What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, it's Friday, so it's not my day, it's your day. In Jur, he's in the tower this week. We've got the Rise of Iron, we've got Iron Banner going on, but if you've got some strange coins and you can spare a moment from the Crucible, go ahead and stop by the tower. Jur's got some stuff for you. I'm telling you, Jur has got some stuff. I don't know if you know already, chances are you already know. We're here to grade Jur after all. We're going to show you he's got something. He's got something that is going to make at least a third of the population extremely happy. But first things first, we've got to find him. He's over here hanging out by the speaker, all alone, which is pretty surprising. I really thought we were going to have a lot of people over by Jur, but not right now. Anyway, first things first, we're on our Titans. And we can see, we're not going to talk about it just yet. We can see though. For starters, you've got a primary Legacy Ingram. Only buy this if you want a year 1 primary weapon. Otherwise, skip and move on to the Thagamizers. Thagamizers are brand new to the Rise of Iron. You can't really get a picture of them in this particular screen because they are massive. They're absolutely massive. You've got spikes absolutely everywhere. But what do? Well, they're going to give you Amplify for free, so really good on your Striker Titan. And also you're going to gain an additional melee charge. But we've already got a helmet that gives us an additional melee charge, the Insurmountable Skull Fort, and nobody wears that. Now, is Amplify good? Yes, it's actually a pretty solid perk to go ahead and pick because it does decrease your cooldown pretty quickly for getting your super back up. So with this, you could have Amplify and Overload on, which is a pretty nice combination and a pretty strong punching combination. But when are you really going to utilize it? Chances are not very much at all. Yes, you could rock out that build that I mentioned in PvE and punch a lot of stuff, but whenever you're doing your high-tiered gameplay, that's not going to be ideal. I just don't think you're going to be seeing these actually in-game, but they are brand new, so if you want to pick them up for your collection, go ahead and do it. I'm going to give these things a C. I just don't think that they're going to be something that you want to pick. 2 grenades beats out 2 melee all the time, so in PvP, Armamentarium. In PvE, I just don't see it. Also, is anybody else's PlayStation, whenever you're doing your recordings, is it skipping frames at all? Every once in a while, I look at some of the footage that I save, and it just skips frames, just like it just did on our Thagamizer. Really curious about that. Anyway, moving on to the Hunter, this is the big Megillah. This is what I'm talking about, Shinobu's Vow. We did a video of this just a few days ago. I honestly cannot believe that Jur is selling this. I thought this was going to go the way of the Tarantella, of the Twilight Garrison, of the Gjallarhorn, just something that people were just itching and dying for that was never going to be sold by Jur. You get a second skip grenade, you get improved skip grenades, heck, just go watch the video. Watch the video for sure. These things are in A, absolutely. These are my #1 recommendation for the week. If you've got a Hunter, buy these, even if you don't love the Blade Dancer. Buy them because you never know when you might just get that itch to just jump on your Blade Dancer in PvP or maybe even run around in PvE with it. These improved skip grenades are really good. They don't really look good as far as the aesthetics of the gauntlets, but we're going to look past that. The gauntlets, their functionality is really solid. Now moving on to our Warlock. So the only character that got brand new stuff in week 1 is the only one that doesn't get something brand new in this week. We've got the good old standby Light Beyond Nemesis. You know exactly what it does. You end up being revived faster or reviving people faster, and you generate an extra orb whenever you use your super. So these things aren't as good as they were because the revives got a little bit of a nerf. You still do see these in Trials of Osiris, just not as much as you used to see. They're kind of gear that you would like to have on, but they're not the must-have absolute necessity that they used to be. I'm still going to go ahead and give these things a C+, because they definitely, absolutely have their use, but it's very niche in their use. It's very, just certain situations where you want to actually utilize these things. And we're going to just move on. You've seen it before. Moving on to our weapon, the Thunderlord. Oh man, we've got stuff to talk about with this weapon. So, Thunderlord, an absolute staple in Destiny. One of the only arc-heavy exotic weapons that we've got. The only other, as far as I can recall right now, being the Boltcaster. Field Scout used to be absolutely amazing, really helping out this gun. Field Scout got nerfed. Heavy ammo is just nerfed across the board. The problem with this gun is the fact that in order to really utilize its special effect, you need to just run through your ammo. Well, heavy ammo is at a premium, and running through it is never a good idea. It has never been a good idea, but it was at least more tolerable whenever Field Scout did some other good stuff for the gun. It doesn't anymore. And let's think about this gun. Okay, it's arc, it's exotic. Do you want to use it whenever there is an arc burn? No. You never see people utilizing it during an arc burn. Why? Because we've got the Zalo Supercell, which is a primary arc weapon. Unfortunately, because of just the circumstances surrounding the game in general, this gun really doesn't have its place. It's a D. And that's really, really sad to talk about, because it's an amazing looking gun, it just doesn't fit into the game. In fact, I believe the Nemesis Star is actually a better version of this gun, because it makes you more effective in your heavy ammo use, where you start off firing a little bit weaker, faster shots, and then fire heavier, slower, more impactful, damaging shots. I just can't get behind this gun. The Thunderlord just needs an overall change, unfortunately. It needs kind of a redo to fit into what's actually going on in the game. I hope it gets one, because it's an amazing looking gun. Now, I'm going to be buying 3 of coins for sure. We know the hard raid is going to be coming out sooner than we ever expected, and we're going to need to be out towards 400 light. So exotic Ingrams are going to be key. And I think a lot of you are probably missing out on your exotics. Obviously, right now you don't have the horde of them. You're probably missing out on your massive haul of heavy ammo synths as well, because you probably utilized all of those to rank up your faction. So get ready, because we need to get up towards 400 very soon. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Zhur, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Buff the Thunderlord. Make Thunderlord great again.